Let's make a quick ticket style belly band. Hello and welcome to the treasured page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. Well, hello. I am just going to put together very simply, very quickly, a ticket style belly band. I've used these before in a journal. I've got one that I can show you where I've made previously as one of my ideas for the Marion North journal. This is a very hefty junk journal, complete with all the things inside. And at the very front, I've got this ticket style, quite grungy, because it was made out of scraps. So it's a double ticket and it's also a double belly band. So it has a sliding pocket there for Marion North, and it also has a card behind it. So it is two belly bands combined. I'm going to show you how to make one of those today with a more refined look to it. So we are going to be less grungy on this one. And this is going to be concluding the May challenge, which was to make tickets. Now I'm sending mine off today. Today is the deadline for our swap, so I'm working right up to the deadline as usual. And my swap is going out to the lovely Pat. Now, Pat has been touring around, missioning around on her own adventure with her husband for her 50th wedding anniversary. And so I made at the beginning of the month a nice little folio to put inside her tickets. And I also made this cute little ticket holder here with the vintage hot air balloon, and we've got some sentiments, writing space on the back. So if you haven't seen that, check out the video and it explains how to do that. That was using a kit from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Then I've got my tickets here, which I'm sending her, and it's all complete with a nice gold edging there for the golden anniversary. So those are her tickets. So just that we can see, very similar to the ones that I made in the demo. Now these ones are staying with me because they're part of my little story there about Nellie Bly. So I'm going to keep those for my idea journal. So that's going over there. These ones are coming here for Pat's journal. And then I'm just going to also I made this very cute little woodland one. I saw that Jeanette had posted up a very lovely ticket, and I think Pat also did a woodland one with map at the back, and I thought, oh, I have to have a go at that. And so I've done that to show my appreciation of that idea to Jeanette and to Pat, who put up woodland themed tickets. So if you aren't familiar with the Facebook page, do head over and have a little look at the treasured page FB group, and you can have a look at the makes that the girls are putting up there. Amazing tickets that are coming out, loads of ideas, a wealth of inspiration. So we're going to get on with this now. And then these were some vellum ones, which probably want a gold edging around those as well, but these were intended for a different journal. That is the White Roses journal, which is also being made in the background. I've been to the Isle of Wight. I found vintage lace in abundance, so I am really pleased with that. We'll talk all about that when I come to the next video about the White Roses journal, which is coming along nicely. But with the bank holiday, we are all a day behind this week, so I'm just racing now to catch up with myself. And I just wanted to put this out there for anybody who is wanting to do a happy mail swap and perhaps, like me, up to the deadline here, just need a very swift idea to pull together the tickets project. So this is for lastminute.com people. You can do this very quickly. So what you need is a strip like this. We're going to be making a belly band, so your measurements will need to be, we've been working towards these smaller style mini journals, and they are 21 centimeters, which is 8 1/4 inches, and so that's the strip size that you would need. And then they are 4 1/4, so just 11 centimeters. Not that you needed to know that width, but if you're making one, then that is what you would need. Now I am using my lace background here. This is a freebie on my Ko-fi shop, so have a look at the link below. And if you would like to do this, all you need to do is take a little strip off the bottom. So this was a printout on A4 paper. I've just taken a 2-inch strip off of the end. It could be of either end, doesn't matter. So that we've got something a little bit colourful, a nice colourful background, but this could be decorative paper that you have. It could be anything that's a little bit pleasing. You could use a slightly sturdier cardstock, or you could back it so that you have something that's not too flimsy, not paper thin, but a light cardstock. That would be great. So I've got 160 GSM paperweight there, and then this bit has come from a 12 by 12 paper pack, so it's a light card weight. Now what you want is a background piece to form the first part of the belly band, so that would be the first part, and then this would be the second part. So you need something to look like that, a little arrangement. I've got some map there, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to use plain paper for this one. I'm going to go something slightly plainer and a little bit more vintage, because this was from our vintage adventure. So I'm going to go with the muted tones here and then bring in this lace background and just show off, so that that lace, that cream coloured lace, is going to pop out on this one. So you can download this one for free if you like the look of this, and then you just want something in the background. It could be sheet music, it could be coffee paper. Coffee stained paper would look great, and I'm just going to ink around the edge. I'm picking out my weathered wood. It's here on the desk, so that's the one I'm using, but it also blends in lovely because it's got this blue-grey tone. I really like weathered wood. I've been enjoying using that recently, but that would look great with the warmer browns as well, because they all feature in this colour toned kit that we have going on here. And then just to match in, I'm going to ink around my background piece as well. And this is a scrap of the handmade style paper. It's got some little flecks of lavender in there, I think. Quite pretty with a nice texture on it, so we'll just have that, and then we will be able to bring this over, and that's how that's going to appear. I could have a little bit of stamping going on there to bring in some more interest. I might not need it, because what I'm intending to do, I've got a few little pieces here. I've been cutting some images out of a botanical book, so I'm just planning on putting them there, and I also want them to overhang, so I think that I will be all right. I'm going to leave it plain for now. So how we make the ticket, very simply, we take our strip and we fold it in half like that. Then if you have a 1/2 inch hole punch, you can make the holes like this by folding it in half, putting that in and clipping off the corner. So you just put it in to there, and then you would punch that out. You could do that. That would give you this look. That's how I've achieved this. So I've gone all the way around, clipped it off there, there, there and there, and then with the fold, I've just clipped it in the middle, and that has given the tickets. It hasn't been a circle in any of those. It's actually really interesting oval shape that's been created there, and I really like that. The other way of doing it, if you haven't got a hole punch, is you would just take your scissors and you can just clip the corners off like that. I've seen this done with one of the ladies in the swap group, and it looked really effective. So just clip off the corners here like that, and then when you get to this bit, you do the same. You just put a little triangle in there. What I've done is I've cut it so it looks like this. We've got this shape here, like a sandcastle. We cut that out, easy. So just one snip at an angle, another snip at the angle, and then you just come in with your scissors and cut that bit off, or a craft knife, but that's the shape that you could aim for. And then when you open it out, you've got this cool diamond shape. So that's how that could look. I should go up that way. There we go. So that's another way of doing it, and then when we ink around everything, that will become a little bit more visible. So we're going to have a look at that idea. So there we go, there's another way of making the ticket. So these have come out slightly larger. I might prefer this one, and I really like this idea with the angled edges. I think that will complement the other ones that I did, and we're trying to do things a little bit differently. So let's go with this one as the easy one, and we'll keep those as spare. Okay, so what I want to do is embellish them, and I want to stick them down, but I'm going to do things a bit differently. I'm going to paper fasten them in. You could glue that in. All you would do is put a strip of glue there and there, stick it down, easy. But what I'm going to do is put some brads in the top, and I will secure it that way. First, I want to get a little collage arrangement. Now, I've got an oversized butterfly, which I have been inking around. So we've got the oversized butterfly there, and I've got these that I've been cutting out of books, so they're nothing special, just out of magazines or out of a botanical book. And then I've got a scrap here. So we'll just take that scrap, which has got some French text, like an old French document there, and we can see if this can come and be something. I've got a clock, just another scrap piece there with a little decorative part of a label, so we can maybe use that, and a scrap of fabric. So this is the sort of thing. So let's make an arrangement here, see if we can get this to all come together, and might want to ink around as I go. Start adding that in. All right, so this is fun. So we just glue this down. I'm using stick glue for this. Nice quick project, just find a few little things and then try and avoid the ticket shape so that you still keep the integrity of the ticket shape, and don't press anything down until you're sure that you want it there, and just sort of work out how you had it, and then you can press everything down. Just work quickly at this point so that it doesn't stick. I might have to cut that bit off. So I'm just going to use this. I've got this as well. Art glitter glue would be brilliant if you've got it, but for anybody in the UK, that's quite an expensive purchase at the moment. I have got a big bottle of art glitter glue, and I used to decant it into the smaller bottle, but the smaller bottle got all jammed up and I couldn't get the top off, so I had to throw it away. And then I thought, well, I'll just buy another one, a little smaller one, which is manageable for me. And then the price of it was really high, and I thought, oh, actually, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to figure out something else. So I've gone for this Anita's tacky glue, and that's working quite well. But over the weekend, where I haven't used it, it needs washing out. All right, so where I've got the fiddly bits, I'm just using this glue to get to the edge pieces and be able to glue those down. So I think I want the butterfly there, so I need this flower to just come in about there. Just got to clear that. He'll have to come there like that. And I think that that's fine, so I'll stick that down. There we go, just use the stick glue on this piece and just slot that in there like that. Put that at an angle so it's coming out off the side, so we can see this is how it's going to be. Just going to add this piece. I've pulled this one up because I want this to go in behind. And then that's going to come down with that green, just looks a little bit brighter for the top, and then the darker green to go at the back. So I'm now re-gluing this bit because I just pulled it up so that I could make it fit. Okay, I found this, which I think it's washi tape, and it might look okay down there, it might not, but I'm just going to pull some of this up and snip that bit away, and then the ticket can come. I'm not even going to make that into washi tape. I know it's a sticker, but I'm going to use that like that. Snip the corner off so it fits there. Quite fun. I like that. So we're going to glue this piece down. Glue this piece down rather than try and fight with the ticket sticker backing. This was another little fussy cut image that I had out of something, so I'm going to add that in there. And then just before I put that in, I want to bring this capture in this little piece of sari silk, but it's a nice sort of tatty bit which adds some texture. So I'll add that piece in, a little bit more on the clock, and then bring the clock down over the top of that. Still not quite there. I've got this vintage lace which I've got, which is gorgeous, so I think we'll just have a little piece of this. Just a little piece of antique lace there, because why not? And then we want to add our gold butterfly. I feel like he needs something behind him now. I'm just going to cut this piece off here and put a ticket corners in here. I'm just wondering if, yeah, that just seems to help. So I'm going to have him there on that ticket, and then if it looks any better. I've got this. I'm just going to take a scrap here and measure it out roughly like that, and then what I want to do is just make that a bit smaller. Like that. I just want a scrap of that on there with the French text, so that's quite good. Then that's going to go there. I think I actually want a darker edge. I'm just putting in a darker brown edge there for some aging, and then put that there, put my butterfly on there. Now this piece could come and live in the journal just like that. That would be absolutely fantastic, and you wouldn't need to do anything to it. That could be quite a fun little piece if you've got an oversized butterfly or can cut one out of something. But for here, I'm just adding it in just for the height of this project, trying to make that all come together and be something that could be added to one of our journals. So this is just a bit of fun, could be added to the journal there, and then you have the double belly band, but we don't at the moment because we haven't fastened that on. So I'm just going to glue my butterfly on. I was working with some gold thread the other day, and I've got this little cut off piece here, so I'm just folding it in half, and then I'm going to make an antennae, sort of little wispy bits there, by gluing that on the back. And then at the same time I will be gluing this onto the ticket. So we'll put in our little feelers or antennae, cut them a bit shorter in a minute if we need to. Okay, well, remember that idea, because that would be beautiful for a page. So a little ticket at the back and a butterfly on the front. It's a really lovely piece, but it's coming to live here. Pat can always pick it off if she wants to. Just angle it around slightly because I want to be able to see the top, because now I'm going to put in my brads. I'm just going to paper clip this in position so it doesn't move, and then we need 4 little brads. Right, I've got 4 little paper fasteners, and I'm just going to make some holes here, right at the top here, about there, one there. Try not to stab yourself or push it through to something soft behind, and put one in there like that, and then we'll do the same down here, punching through all the papers, both papers like that to the other side, and then I'm going to put in my split pins, my brads, my paper fasteners, whatever you know them as, and just pull that open at the back. That's the final one. And then from here we can just straighten them around, and if you want to, you can add something over the top. There we go, looking good so far. Turn it over, and then I'm just inking around here, and I'm putting on a little bit. I've just got this text stamp which I've picked up along my junk journaling travels and I'm just putting a little bit of detail on there like that, just something to finish that bit off, something going on. Then I want to cover up those pieces, and I've got this sort of packaging paper, but it's a nice paper, and I'm going to put that over there. Just tear a strip of that and then add that in there, that bit there as well. And there we go, that is a double belly band that can come and live in the journal, and it would just be stuck on these pieces, top and bottom, and then have the option to add things right at the back and in the ticket bit there as well. So this is going to go off to Pat. This was the purse that was made by Glynis, and Glynis has sent me my next parcel, and she's made tickets for me. So I'm going to be looking at that in the next video. So this is the swap all going off. This is the purse that was made by Glynis, inspired by her heritage and Welsh background, with Welsh map inside and that beautiful green, and then that lovely little clip and bell there. So that's all going, and Pat can have fun with all the goodies that I've put in there from the treasured page. So we'll add these in here, she can play with those as well, and then that is all awesome. I'm just going to wrap it all up. I've included some antique lace there, which I found on the Isle of Wight. So there we go, that is the swap. If you'd like to get involved in the treasured page swaps, we are just starting a new round for the summer. The next one will be in September, announced at the end of the summer in August. And if you're interested in getting involved in one of the swaps run by the treasured page, do have a look at the treasured page FB group, which is a Facebook group page. You can become a member there, and you can follow along and see what we're all up to. Have a look at the tickets, and you'll even see Pat as she does a flip through of her journal that she's made in the spring months. You'll see the pictures of everybody else's tickets and how they've put them together, and all the many ideas that you can glean from the wonderful creative community that is part of the treasured page. So thank you very much for watching. I'm off to the post office now, and in the next video for Send a Signature series, I will be opening my parcel from Glynis, who has made some tickets for me, and I shall show you that, and then we'll have a look at how I'm putting that together in my signature here, which has been great fun, and we've got a whole month to complete this one with the latest ticket swap. So this is all going off now, so we're just receiving the tickets, and then we'll be able to continue with whatever's in the swap. So this is great. I've got another bit of fabric for Pat as well, so we're going to put that all together. I hope you found some inspiration there for a fun weekend project. Do please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the Treasured Page channel. But above everything else, guys, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.